welcome to Yoga Stretch. I've got a super awesome class planned for you today. Say hello in the chat. We'll get started in about 1 minute here. Hi, Kim. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Suzanne. Now, before we get started, just do a few squats, a few maybe ham curls, just to get your legs a little bit warm. This whole class is focused on your hips, your legs, your lower back. We won't do much of a flow. We just kind of move from each of these poses. So do a few squats here just to get a little warm. Maybe high knee march in place. You can jog in place for about 30 more seconds here, just to get those legs just a tiny bit warm. Hi, Rebecca. Good. Keep doing a few more stretches just to get warmed up, and we'll get started. So whenever you're ready, you can make your way down to your mat and to your floor, and we'll lie down on our backs to start. So lying down on your back. When you're ready, you can hug your knees into your chest and just rock and roll it around. At any point, if you need the music or volume adjusted, please let me know. I can fix all of that. So we're just hugging our knees into our chest, rolling them around. We're going to start to fire up the core a little bit. So you're going to hang on to your right knee, and then you're going to extend your left leg to hover the floor, pointing through your toes. Now, if this is too much for you, you can just let the leg rest on the ground, but see if you can hover your leg and really tuck your hips under, navel to spine, resting your head. You're going to feel this in the lowest abdominal muscles here. Take an inhale and an exhale, really scooping those hips under, and then gently bring the leg to the right and to the left, the right knee to the right and to the left, balancing, feeling that center of gravity, drawing our navel to our spine. Good, a few more. Breathing deep here, maybe feeling that shake in the lowermost abs. Take an inhale, coming through center. Exhale, gently release that left leg down to the floor. Take the right knee outside of the body. You're going to reach up to the instep of your foot for half happy baby. Now, if this is too much for your hips, you can also bend that left leg, firmly plant your left foot on the floor, or you can also grab on underneath the thigh, onto your shin, the instep of your foot, hugging that right knee out to the side. Once again, you can have your leg extended all the way or bent. Nice job here. Feeling your hips opening up. Nice deep breaths. Carefully release your left leg long. Take your right leg, cross it over your left, and then let that right knee open out to the side. So you're kind of in this figure 4 position, avoiding the knees. So you want to go above the knee or below the knee. And just let your arms be by your side, opening your right knee out to the side. Good. Hold here for a few more deep breaths, opening your hips. Once again, we're going to challenge those core muscles. So you're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, scoop rotate your hips towards your rib cage, pressing the navel to the spine, and you're going to lift your legs up to the sky. The left leg can be straight or slightly bent. Just think of sending energy through your feet. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, carefully lower back down to the floor. Exhale, lift. Good, feeling that shake, pressing your low back into the mat. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. All right, we're gonna do this 2 more times. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. You're doing great. My abs are shaking. Last one, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Beautiful, bend the left knee, thread the needle, reach your hands through, grabbing on behind your thigh, reclined figure 4. You may feel good to roll out that left ankle. Relaxing your shoulders. And when you're ready, keep your legs where they are. Release your arms to a T. Let the legs fall all the way to the left, wherever is comfortable for you. And then let your gaze come over your right shoulder. A gentle spinal twist here. Continue to breathe. Grounding your shoulders into the mat. Gazing over towards those right fingertips. Feeling expansion on each inhale and contraction through the core on your exhale. On your next inhale, gently come back up through center. Extend both legs long and reach your arms overhead for a full body stretch. Just a nice little reset. Good, and carefully release. Starting over from the beginning, hugging your knees into your chest. Gentle rock and roll it around. This time hanging on to the left knee, grabbing onto the top of the shin, maybe interlacing your fingers, resting your head, and then extend your right leg long to hover. Once again, option to keep the leg hovering or to let it fall to the ground, trying to challenge that core. Think of pressing your navel to your spine, trying to eliminate the space from your lower back in the mat. And gently let the leg, the left knee, come a little to the left and a little to the right. Good, feeling that burn through the core, challenging your center of gravity as you rock the knee side to side. Good, continue to breathe, keeping that right leg in place, rotating your hips up, scooping your abs in. Good, and come back through center. Gently let the right leg come down to the floor, bending up the left knee, reaching up for the instep of your foot, half happy baby. Once again, you can keep your leg straight or bend your right knee, planting your foot firmly on the floor, opening up the hip, really trying to ground down that right hip still. Good, awesome job here. I know it's a challenging position. Welcome, Amy. Good, carefully extend the right leg, taking the left leg over the right, and then opening your left knee out to the side for that figure 4 position here. Feel your hips open. Once again, avoiding the knee trying to go above or below, or you can bring the sole of your foot to the inside of your right thigh, whatever is best for you. Maybe noticing the differences from side to side. Getting ready for those core lifts. So you're going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, navel to spine, lifting your legs up. Maybe adjust. Once again, leg does not have to be straight or bent. Whatever is best for you. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, lift. Keeping that lower back glued to the mat. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Audible exhale. All right, let's do one more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Awesome job. Bend your right knee. Reach through your thigh, grabbing on reclined figure 4. Feeling that stretch in that outside of the left hip, the left glutes. Maybe rolling out your right ankle again. Carefully release your arms to a T. Let the legs gently fall all the way to the right, gazing over your left shoulder. Nice little spinal twist. Keeping the shoulders grounded down into the earth, letting the legs go wherever is most comfortable for you. Feeling the belly expand on each inhale and fall on each exhale. You're doing so great here. Nice job. Zimmer is joining us. And when you're ready, come back through center, hug both knees into your chest, and then extend your legs long, arms overhead, full body stretch, just like you do when you wake up each morning. You're going to walk your legs to the right and take your upper body to the right. So you're going to take your body into a banana kind of shape, stretching your side body. And walk the legs to the left, upper body to the left, little banana the opposite way, stretching your right side. Beautiful. Come back through center, hug your knees into your chest. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left leg. And your goal here is to reach, grabbing onto the tops of your feet. And you're going to point your toes, rest your head, and you're going to pull down gently on the tops of your feet. Here you can do one leg at a time as well to stretch out the top of your feet and those tendons and ligaments that go through the top of your feet and your shin. So you can do one leg at a time, or if you can, grabbing onto both, pulling down, pointing your toes, gently massaging the feet here, stretching them out. Beautiful. Carefully release. Roll out your ankles, maybe shake them out, and cross the left over the right this time. Doing the opposite that you just did. Our feet are so important, and it's really critical that we stretch them out. Awesome job. Carefully release. We'll roll over to the left side or the right, whichever is easiest, just to start to reorient ourselves so we don't get too dizzy on our way to seated. And once you feel good, you can come on up to a seated position, crossing your legs, finding whatever is comfortable. Maybe crisscross applesauce, maybe it's diamond. We're going to take our right elbow down to the mat, if you can. If that's a little bit too far, you can also stay up on the palm. Now imagine you're a piece of bread in a toaster. I use this analogy a lot. If we go forward, I'm going to get burnt on the sides of the toaster. So I'm going to go straight to the side so that I just get nice and toasty. I don't get burnt. All right? Good. Just hold that position. Now try to imagine that left hip being super heavy, staying down on the mat. You don't want to let it come up. If your left hip is coming up, you can lift higher onto your palm. Now that left hand, we're going to reach it forward. A nice big open to the side. And reach forward, out to the left, up and over. Forward, out to the left, up and over. Good, one more. Now here, really try to rotate your heart up to the sky, gazing up at the ceiling. Good, carefully release. Lift yourself up. Good, notice how that left side feels stretched, maybe a little tight. Let's do the other side. Coming down to the left forearm this time. And it may be a little different from side to side. If you need to, you can switch the way you have your legs crossed. So my right hip is way tighter So this is a little uncomfortable, so I'm going to stay up on my palm as I stretch out a little more, making my way down to my forearm, keeping that right hip heavy once again. Good, continue to breathe. Staying in that toaster, straight to the side. You can let your head kind of dangle, stretch out your neck, or you can keep it up, whatever is most comfortable for you.
Yeah.
All right, let's take that right arm overhead. And bring it forward, out to the side, up and over. Woo, feel that stretch. Forward, out to the side, up and over. Last one. Now open your heart to the sky, gaze up, breathe, and carefully release, sit it up. Good, nice job. So we just did that side to side. Now we're going to do seated cat and cow. So come to a diamond and bring the soles of your feet together. Walk to wherever is most comfortable with your sit bones. Inhale, arch your back, gaze comes up. It's going to help stretch the inner thighs as well. Exhale, round through your spine, gaze at your navel, really scoop through the core, pulling on your shins to create space between your shoulder blades. Good, inhale to arch, maybe rocking forward, lifting up. And then exhale, round, maybe rocking back. Good, do that a few more times with your own breath. So inhale, scoop the nose forward and up, arching your back as much as you can. Exhale, round. This is going to increase that mobility within your spine. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Let's do two more. Beautiful job. Keep moving. And when you're ready, finding a neutral spine, reaching your legs out in front of you. Shake out those knees, maybe rock it side to side. We're gonna do staff pose. So extend your legs all the way straight, flex your feet. Man, I can already feel that stretch in my calves. All right, so this may be a good enough stretch for you. And man, I'm feeling it. Take your hands down to the floor, fingertips forward, and you're just gonna press down. So it's gonna stretch out the wrists and all these nerves in your palm and your forearms. And take your crown of your head as high as you can, lengthening through your spine. Good, maybe feeling some tingling in your fingertips. Take an inhale and an exhale. Next inhale, arms reaching out and up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold as far as you can with a flat back. Once you cannot go any further, round through your spine, maybe rock it out. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. And slowly roll yourself up one more time. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge forward. Beautiful job. And slowly roll yourself up. We'll pivot coming to all fours. Stacking your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Now rather than just hanging out here, think of an active lift through your core, creating space between your shoulder blades, finding that tabletop position nice and active. Good, we're gonna inhale, arch your back, belly drops, gaze comes up. And exhale, round through your spine, gaze at your navel, cat and cow here. Move with your own breath, maybe rock forward or back. Inhale to arch, and exhale to round. Now this may be a slower paced class for you, and that is totally okay. All of our bodies need this rest and recovery. So stay with it here. Challenge yourself to slow down. There is nothing wrong with slowing down sometimes. Forgetting about everything else you have to do today, focusing on yourself for these next 25 minutes or however long you choose to stay. You are worth it. Okay, once you come to a neutral spine, I'm going to just pivot to the side so you can see. We're going to take our left leg out to the side, toes are facing forward, and you're going to walk your hands up. or gate pose. Left hand's coming down, right hand reaching up and over. Lateral flexion once again, but you're still going to stretch that inner thigh. But try to relax your shoulders. Now inhale, lift it up. You're going to rotate your toes up to the sky and reach towards that forward diagonal with your hands. It's going to stretch out that inner thigh. Gently lift yourself up. Bend your left leg and walk your foot forward towards that front corner of your mat. And you want it to be out a decent ways. We're going to test our hip flexibility and mobility here. We're going to walk that right toe in a little bit, and we're going to slowly make our way to our kneeling here on top of that right ankle. Left leg is out by our side. Opening your knee up. It's going to stretch the top of the right knee. And you're going to take your hand to the instep of the left foot or the elbow. Come up to this position if you'd like, hands at heart center. Now another option, if that's too much, is to start from a higher up position and slowly sit back as far as you can. You can use your hands for a little brace. Take a chair in front of you, slowly making your way down. This is half yogi squat, working our ankle and our hip mobility. Good, relax your shoulders, take an inhale, exhale. Good, carefully release, walk your hands forward, take the knees back behind you. We'll do the other side. Left leg out to the side, or sorry, right leg out to the side. Toes will be down and forward, lifting up to high kneeling, squeezing through that left glute, right hand down, left arm up and over. Beautiful job. Relaxing your shoulders. Carefully lift up. Rotate your toes up to the sky. Pivot your hips. Angle out that front 45. Gently walk your hands forward. And now rather than doing static hold, try to just gently rock. Gently move. So you're constantly moving. That helps if you're not super warm to make the stretch effective but not too intense. Beautiful. Carefully come back on up. Bending the right leg, walking forward to the front, so it's in line with your hips. Taking the left toes in, shifting down if you'd like, adjusting as necessary for half yogi squat. Keeping the heel down, pressing with your elbow or hand down to the floor with your fingertips. Once again, you can also come up to a higher position. We're working in our areas of flexibility. Wherever we are at today is totally fine. Good, shoulders down and back. Take an inhale and an exhale. Good, awesome job. Carefully release. Taking your hands back to the floor, knees back to your mat. Bring the big toes together, walk your knees out wide, and shift your hips back to child's pose. Walk your hands forward and let your chest gently fall down to the mat. If you'd like a deeper stretch in the chest and the shoulders, you can come up to your fingertips and lower the chest down. You're going to feel that in the upper back as well. Good. Take 3 deep breaths in this position. Feel those hips, sending them back. Good. When you're done with those 3 breaths, take your time, press yourself up to all fours. Curl your toes under. And to stretch out the bottoms of our feet now, we're going to gently walk our hands back towards our knees. Now for some people, this may be a deep enough stretch depending on your mobility. If you'd like, you can come back to take a seat all the way on your heels, really stretching out those toes. You can knead on those hip crease muscles. Good. If it's too intense, modify that level that you're down. Good. 2 more deep breaths. Beautiful. Carefully walk your hands forward. Flatten out your feet. Exact same thing. Walk your hands towards your knees, taking a seat on your ankles, counteracting that deep stretch. That's stretching out the tops of our thighs, the tops of our feet. Carefully walk your hands forward. Come into all fours, find your neutral spine, spread your fingertips wide, curl your toes under, take an inhale. Exhale, lift your hips to downward facing dog. Now, first time in this position today, feel free to play around, pedaling out your feet. Rocking side to side, generating some heat in the backside of the body. Really pull your navel up to the sky, letting your hips rise nice and high. Shoulders away from your ears. Generating a little more heat, drop the heels down. Inhale. Exhale, bend your knees to hover, bear pose. Inhale, lift up, downward dog. Exhale, bend to hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend to hover. Good, feel that burn in the shoulders. 2 more, inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Last one, inhale, lift up, downward dog. Extend your right leg behind you, doesn't have to be high, and gently come down to that plank position, drawing the right knee towards the chest. Once you feel good, step that right foot through, coming to a low lunge, and then drop the left knee down to the mat. Challenge yourself to keep those left toes curled under, and then you'll rise up and lower down to where just your fingertips are touching. If you need to be higher, that's all right. Keep a flat back. Beautiful job. Gently angle those right toes out to the side slightly. So I'm angling them towards the right corner of my mat. Left palm down to the floor. Open that right hand up to the sky. And then bring your right elbow down all the way to the floor for lizard pose. See if you can come down to your forearms, maybe rocking to the outer edge of the right foot. If you can. If that does not feel good today, just stay up on your palms, and now you can flatten out your foot. Shifting forward and back. Now it may feel good here to take a towel or folding your mat in half, grabbing a blanket, something to place underneath that left knee. Totally fine if you want to grab something here, because we're on that left knee just for a little bit. And carefully come back on up to this kneeling position. Now from here, we're going to shift forward on that left knee. Right hand comes down, left hand reaching back towards the left foot. Taking the right hand, instep of the right foot, shifting forward if you would like. Good. When you're ready, carefully release. Swinging that right leg back. Downward facing dog for the other side. Nice job. Inhale and exhale. Send the left leg behind you. Come down to your plank with the left knee to your chest. Once that feels good, your left foot steps through. Drop down to your right knee. Lift your chest. And then make your way down, sinking into the left hip, reaching down with your fingertips with a flat back. Beautiful job. Once again, if you need to, this is your chance. Grab a towel, something to place under your right knee if you'd like. Walk the left toes outward slightly. Right palm down, left hand up, rotate. Woo, feeling that deep burn, deep stretch. And carefully release left elbow all the way down to the mat. Coming to your forearms if you'd like. Flatten out your foot. Woo. Relax the muscles in your face, your jaw. And carefully release. Walk your hands up. Grabbing onto the right foot with the right hand. Shifting forward. Stretching out the right quad. Carefully release. Taking both knees down. And carefully release. We'll just take a seat for a moment. Give those knees a break. All right, so the next pose will be on our knees one last time. If you'd like, you can fold the sides of your mat so you have more cushion, or take a blanket, a pillow, throw a pillow, whatever you have nearby. All right, going to frog pose. One last stretch on our knees. All right, coming up to all fours. I'm gonna face this kind of sideways on my mat. You might find that easier. And I'm gonna walk my knees out as far as I feel comfortable here. So you're trying to keep your knees and your hips all in one line versus shifting forward or shifting back, right? So keeping them in line. Now, once that feels good, walk so your insteps of your feet are towards the floor. So toes pointing out. All right, goal is to get those legs spread as wide as you'd like. And you can come down to your forearms. And try to release your core here to really engage the hip mobility. We're not here for long. Let's take 5 deep breaths. Job. Once you're done with those 5 deep breaths, come back up however you'd like. It's a little uncomfortable, and we'll take a seat. Awesome job. Super challenging stretch. All right, we have 1 or 2 last seated stretches. So next is fire log pose. Taking that left leg, bringing the shin parallel with the front of your mat, and taking the right leg on top. So we're gonna stack our knee over our ankle. So imagine if you were taking like a nail straight through your knee into your ankle, and then the right ankle over the left knee. So my hips are super tight right now, so my right knee is not really falling at all. And that's all right. Imagine little fire logs being stacked. So let's sit up tall, take an inhale. Exhale, gently walk forward as far comfortable as you'd like. As far comfortable? As far as you feel comfortable. Now you can adjust as necessary. You can rock side to side. Now we're going to stay here for about 1 minute. So relax your shoulders, relax your face. 1 minute starts now, just relaxing into this position. With each breath you take, that exhale sends away all tension. Inhaling, nice release. Exhale, all tension. Once again, maybe rocking side to side, whatever feels best for you here. Our hips hold so many emotions, so if you feel any emotions coming up, that's all right. We're not judging our thoughts. We're just letting them be here as they are. Once again, take this time to slow it down. You are worthy of a break and of time to rest. Take your time, slowly walk your hands up. And legs will come out to the side, wide-legged stretch. And just shake it out. And you can walk your hands back if you'd like. Maybe push one or both hips forward. Nice little release. Awesome, let's do the other side. Right leg is in front, left leg is on top. Adjusting as necessary, and then walking forward. Going back to those nice deep breaths, taking 1 minute here. Awesome job. Breathing deeply, feeling your belly expand with each inhale and contract and fall with each exhale. Take as much time as you need. Slowly walk your hands up, extending your legs out to that wide-legged stretch. Walk your hands back once more, just a quick release for the hip flexors. And our last seated stretch, wide-legged forward fold. Shoot your legs out to the side. Flex your feet so your toes are up, and think of keeping your toes up to the sky. Take an inhale, straighten your back. Exhale, gently walk your hands forward as far as you can with a flat back. Now we're just going to hold in that flat back position for about 3 deep breaths. Now when you feel good, release your spine. Let it curve, let it fold over, going down as far as you'd like. Once again, keeping those toes up to the sky, stretching your inner thighs. Slowly walk your hands up. Take your feet out in front of you. 3/4 length bend, dig those heels into the floor, arms reaching forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly round your waistband all the way down to the mat, as slow as physically possible, all the way down until you find your way all the way to your back. Hug both knees into your chest. Hang on to your right knee, extend your left leg long, let it relax on the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, hug your knee outside your ribs, squeeze your thigh to your shoulder. You're going to feel that stretch in that left hip flexor here. Take an inhale. Exhale, sweep the leg across the body, supine spinal twist, gaze over the right fingertips. Come back through center, hug both knees into your chest, reset your spine. Hang on to the left knee, reach the right leg long, point your toe, take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze your thigh to the left shoulder, feeling that stretch in the right hip flexor this time. Take an inhale. Exhale, sweep the leg across the body, supine spinal twist, gaze over your left arm, left shoulder, reaching for the floor with the right knee or the left knee. And come back up through center. Bend your knees, plant your feet flat, walk your feet as close to your glutes as you can. And reach your hands towards your heels. Take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze your glutes together. Press your feet into the floor, lifting your hips up into a bridge position. Now imagine you have a tennis ball between your knees. You want to keep that same distance. Now, if this feels good to you, you can walk your shoulder blades underneath your body, maybe clasping your hands for a deeper stretch. Good. Squeeze those glutes together. Press your heels into the floor to lift higher. Take an inhale and an exhale. One more. Breathe in and out. Carefully walk your shoulders out Unclasp your hands, lower your hips down to the mat, and hug your knees in. This is your chance to take any other stretches that you'd like today, whether that be a shoulder stand or plow pose, legs up the wall. Take as much time as you need. And let's make our way into final Shavasana or corpse pose. Final resting position for today. Walking the shoulder blades underneath the body, arms by your side, legs reaching long. Challenging your mind and your body this one last time for stillness. It's so easy to fidget, to itch those scratches. Find stillness within your body so you can find stillness within your mind. You can stay in this position however long you would like today. I'll guide you through about a 3-minute resting time. Just listening to the music, and I'll be silent so you can relax. Once again, you can stay in this position as long as you'd like. If you're ready to move on with your day, start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers or your toes. Nod your head side to side, gently bringing movement back to your body. On your next inhale, reach your arms overhead, full body stretch. Take as much time as you need as you roll over to your left or your right side. Rolling to your left side for more rest or energy, rejuvenation. Rolling over to your right for more peace and serenity and calmness. Take as much time as you need. Press yourself up to a seated position, crossing your legs. Drawing your hands to heart center to seal off today's practice. Thank you so much for being here today. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks Kim, Amy, Rebecca, Suzanne, Sophia. I really appreciate you all being here live. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, please let me know. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. And then like this video if you had a good time. I hope you have a great rest of your Friday and an awesome weekend. And we will see you next Monday for another week of awesome life classes. See you guys later.